So in light of Columbus Day tomorrow, I decided to do this video to give you folks a little history lesson. Let me give you a disclaimer before I get into that, though. There's a difference between ignorance and stupidity. Ignorance is a state of being uninformed or unaware. Stupidity is knowing the truth and still choosing to believe lies or trying to find something right in something that is innately wrong. So if you want to continue to be willfully ignorant, I suggest you cut off this video and don't listen to what it is that I'm about to say about Christopher Columbus. Because once this video concludes, anything you celebrating Columbus Day after that is going to be straight up stupid, no matter which way you slice it, right? So a few things I want to point out about Christopher Columbus. Number one, the man did not discover that the earth was round. In actuality, that was discovered as early as the 6th century BC by Pythagoras and then later affirmed by Aristotle. Number two, he discovered America, or the Americas. How do you discover land that's already inhabited by millions of people? We're going to completely forget about them. Then we're going to forget other explorers that came before him, like the Vikings, for example, Lyfe We're going to forget all about them, right? Okay. The thing that disgusts me the most is the atrocities and the absolute savagery exhibited by him and his men. Things so much as not just taking the people as slaves, right? We're not just talking about that. We're talking about the sex trafficking. We're talking about the raping and murdering of men, women, and children. Using children and specifically going after 9 and 10-year-olds to be sex slaves. We're talking about setting up a tri-monthly quota for these inhabitants. And if they didn't meet that quota of gold or whatever it was, they would have a body part chopped off that they would have to wear around their neck as a reminder as to what happens when you just don't produce what you need to produce. Then throwing people in boiling pots of soap, or testing out the sharpness of blades, or my favorite above all was using infants as dog food, right? So we're just going to forget that this man did any of this. So now it brings me to the question as to why it is that we Americans, why are we still celebrating this day? This day for this man, when this man never even stepped foot in what is now the United States, not even one part of it. The man landed in the Bahamas. He explored Hispaniola, which is currently Haiti and Dominican Republic, Central and South America, never stepping foot in the United States. So the question therein lies, why him? I'm about to tell you why him. And the answer to this is going to be very, very petty. Why him? Okay, Christopher Columbus is Italian, but the only people that would finance him were Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand of Spain. They financed 4 voyages for him, but he sailed for Spain. Even though he never stepped foot in the United States, you want to know who did? A man by the name of John Cabot, and he landed in the east coast of what is now the United States and North America in 1497. But whenever we decided to form our own country and name our national capital Washington, D.C., instead of District of Cabot, we did District of Columbia. Why? Because we are the kings and queens of being petty, and we just declared independence from England, and John Cabot explored and discovered North America in the name of England. That's the truth. So we have a day in our country devoted to this person that is very well documented as being a person who commits complete and unapologetic genocide. And this is not myth. This is fact. All of this is supported by primary documents. And his journal, his own words, Christopher Columbus said it himself. His men said it themselves in their own journals, in their own diaries. This is history. This is fact. This is what is to be true. So people that are denying this, or you're continually choosing to believe these lies, that is just plain stupid. And normally I don't call people names, but you know what? It is what it is. So will I be celebrating Columbus Day tomorrow? Absolutely not. I am not going to be sitting here celebrating a man who rapes, murders, and wipes out entire populations of people. That's like me celebrating Adolf Hitler. Are you serious? No, it's not going to happen. You want me to? Okay. All right. Like my daddy says, you can poop in one hand and hope in the other and see which one fills up faster. It is what it is. Teach your life.